can't do the sassy men, okay? I can't do it because I'm the princess, not you.
Men like women with an excess of plastic surgery because they get off on the idea that a woman would put herself through anything just to be attractive to men.
Why no men are actually approaching women in society today when it comes to relationships.
Unless that man is ready to pay, most women today will not be interested in talking.
A lot of the times why a man will just continue to stare at you but not approach you, you're very intimidating.
Why are people so scared to approach people that they find attractive?
Let's be frank, the dating apps suck, and I'm never gonna find it.
Why do men have to initiate everything?
Well, that's because a lot of women are entitled. They don't believe in doing anything. Kindly subscribe to the channel as it further supports us in our work. Thank you.
Ladies, I have a serious question for you. Do men actually approach you in public? Like, nowadays, are the men approaching you? And if they are we enjoying it? Are we having a pleasurable experience? I need you to let me know in the comments down below. If they are approaching you or if they're not approaching you, how would you want them to approach you? Or you can stitch this video with your response, because I'm so curious as to how us women are wanting these men to approach us. Let's help them out.
This is where I feel frustrated, is where I just think that it just doesn't make sense to me how women are not being asked out on dates. Like, there are so many beautiful women, like, come on, like, just shoot your shot. But a lot of the things that the guys were telling me, and these were guys from the ages of like 19 to 40, was like, no, we don't want to intimidate a woman. If we see them on the street, like, we'll cross the road so that they feel safe.
I do that.
No, we don't want to come across creepy. True. So I do see that obviously culture has really like removed this from the man, this kind of like the art of the chase. And then that, I think, in effect, is making more men passive.
A lot of this has to do with, of course, feminism, but the hashtag #MeToo movement. The level of awareness on sexual harassment, which is a good thing, the awareness needed to be there.
Yeah.
But there has been such a level of overcorrection, so much to the point that even a man just approaching you on the street is harassment. Mm-hmm. And the issue what a lot of men see is you can have two guys do the exact same approach. One's harassing her and one is received well. And the only difference is that she sees one as being attractive.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but that's not really fair.
It's not fair. But for a lot of good men, they're like, okay, well, the only way I'm going to know if you find me attractive is if I approach you. But if I get it wrong and you don't, that's a harassment case. So for a lot of men, it's like, it's not worth the risk.
The art of the chase. Why would I chase someone who's running from me? Why don't those beautiful women ask the men that they're interested in out? Gentlemen, being single is a drama-free life, and you get to keep all your stuff. People stop a behavior when that behavior stops yielding success. So they've stopped asking because it doesn't work. Amazing, isn't it? If so many women are complaining about not getting approached, it just shows the importance of a man. They literally wait on the man to do everything: approach, plan, execute. Without a man initiating, the entire dating process comes to a halt. It proves that despite all the talk about independence, when it comes to relationships, many women still rely heavily on men to set things in motion. This whole art of the chase thing. For most women, it's not about building a connection. It's a game, a way to get constant validation without any effort. They enjoy being pursued, not because they're genuinely interested in the man, but because every approach, compliment and text boosts their ego. It feeds a sense of importance. As a man, chasing a woman is a waste of time, and it shows a lack of respect. If you have to chase her to get her, you'll have to chase her to keep her as well.
When would be an appropriate time to approach a woman?
That's honestly such a hard question because women are in different stages of their lives all the time. Some women like to go out by themselves, have a good time with their friends. Some women go out and they're single and they want to be approached. So that's like, there's really not even an answer for that question because everyone's so different.
Well, it's obviously pretty clear that, you know, a lot of women don't like to be approached when they're like walking to their car in a parking garage. So we know when not to approach them. Yeah. When is it okay to approach?
I think it's okay to approach a woman and at least try to approach a woman. If they're out and about, like if they were going to a bar, going to a club. But like you said, I would definitely not try to approach a woman if they're like at a grocery store or something like that. That's just not a time to do that because we're just living our life.
If either of you were looking for a quality man, where would you expect to find one?
I think a grocery store would be prime.
You are being selfish by not approaching women. Let me explain. When it comes to approaching women, a lot of guys hold back because they're afraid of coming across as creepy or making a bad impression. And honestly, that fear makes sense because we've all seen guys out there who are approaching women without any thought. Guys who make it awkward, disrespectful, or just plain uncomfortable. And it's those guys that women are wary of. But here's the thing. You are not one of those guys. The fact that you even care about how you're coming across or that you don't want to impose on her day or bother her puts you in a completely different category. Here's the truth. Women want to be approached. Would you agree with me if I told you that women are also looking for that love story that starts at the bookstore or a coffee shop or at the gym? Nobody wants to be a Bumble success story. Sure, they'll take it if that's what happens, but deep down, women want it to happen organically too. So for you, stop denying women the opportunity to get to know such a great guy. Take the step and make the move.
Well, I don't think guys are being selfish by not approaching women. They're being cautious. In today's world, men have to think twice before saying or doing anything that might be misinterpreted. A simple compliment or approach can be seen as creepy, intrusive, or even predatory, depending on the mood of the woman or the environment. That kind of risk makes a lot of men just say, "Why bother?" And let's be honest, it isn't a man's job to approach women. That's just a societal script people keep pushing. I think people in general should approach who they're attracted to. Interest should go both ways. If you see someone you like, make a move. That being said, for a man, that approach can be dangerous. Because the way a woman is received when she approaches a man is completely different from how a man is received when he approaches a woman.
Remove sex from a relationship and 90% of women have nothing to offer. Remove money and 90% of women will disappear. Honestly, he nailed it. Women today are useless. Ran through, materialistic, and draining your wallet. You'd be better off flying to Thailand and becoming a passport bro because Western women, not worth it.
I agree.
Some of the creatures that come up to me with the confidence they have, a man really came up to me at the gas station and said, "You caught my eye. How about we close him? Keep him sealed tight. Shut, actually. Because I'm here to fill up my gas."
This is exactly why so many men are just done with dating. Because, trust me, no man wants to approach a woman that does not want to be approached. And definitely not a woman that thinks this way of men. Because no man wants to convince you to be with him. He doesn't want to convince you to even go out on a date with him. A man will literally lose all interest when he finds out that you're not interested in him. So ladies, I will say this until I am blue in the face. It is not a big deal for a man to approach you that might be interested in you. You are overthinking it. All you have to do is say, "No, thank you. I'm not interested." But if you actually take offense to it because you see yourself as better than him, that sounds like a you problem.
The thing is, her behavior would have been completely different if the guy that approached her was her type. That's the truth a lot of people avoid. But it's a huge issue. Women often say they want to be approached or that they're open to love. But in reality, they're only open to attention from a specific type of man. If he doesn't meet their physical checklist, suddenly he's creepy or weird. But if he's attractive, now it's flattering, exciting, even romantic. This also highlights a bigger issue. Many women today don't think they're average. But the truth is, a lot of them are, and that's not an insult. It's just reality. But because of constant validation online, filters, attention from thirsty guys, and social media praise, many women have developed inflated self-perceptions. They believe they deserve a top-tier man, even when they're not bringing that same energy or value to the table.
50% of men aged 18 to 30 haven't approached a woman in the last year.
And the men that have approached are doing remarkably well. More than half have gotten a date from it. And it goes down if you look to like long-term relationships, how many dates turn into a long-term relationship. But the men who are approaching, they're doing pretty well, actually.
Of that 50% of them did get a date.
Might have even been about 70%, at least got a date or a phone number or some kind of romantic connection there. And it goes down to about 20% that got a long-term relationship out of it. But sex is higher. So you kind of see it go down like date, sex is a little bit lower, a long-term relationship is a little bit lower. People that approach women, they're getting dates from it.
Given the fact that this is an exclusively agentic decision that you're making, if you have a little bit more confidence in yourself, it's going to make making the decision more easy. But ultimately, there's a huge chunk of people in that 50% that are doing it that probably are just as unsure and just as terrified and just as uncertain as you are. So yeah, I mean, that's a serious white pill for why you should approach women.
A lot of the times of why a man will just continue to stare at you but not approach you. And even then you like see him like following you around with his eyes. He's like talking to his friends, like, whispering about you. Okay. There is literally a reason why they do this. And I'm going to break it down for you. You're very intimidating. And the fact that the why you're intimidating is how you carry yourself, what you're wearing. You look very put together. You look like very confident. And that can be very intimidating to men. They will like realize like, oh, okay, like I should not go up to like this girl because she's probably going to reject me. And at the same time, you're like way out of his league in his mind. So he thinks to himself, like, I'm not even going to like try. He also probably thinks to himself, you already are dating somebody. So they're not going to go out of their way to try and like go up to you because they think like it's a waste of their time. So they just rather just not do it. They'd rather avoid possibly getting rejected by you. And that can be a good thing. I know you think you're to yourself like you don't get approached a lot, but you get stared at a lot. It's because a lot of the times these men have that fear of looking dumb and looking to themselves like you look too good, and they're scared of you because of the presence that you give off. So it's not a bad thing. I do say though that if you want to be approached more, I would just say give off an energy that's more open. Maybe you smile more. Eye contact is really big. But at the end of the day, if a man just doesn't go up to you, that's his loss. And and the guys that do approach you are going to be that confident guy. And that's the type of guy that you want in general. If you're noticing that's a pattern, like you're going out, you're not getting as approached as someone else, that is definitely a good thing. Okay. Because you are a rare type of beauty. It should be intimidating for a guy to go up to you. Like they need to like get it together to even say hi to you or whatever. So don't take it as a bad thing. It's a really, really good thing. But yeah, if you want to be approached more, just maybe work on a little bit of like a smile or eye contact. It will go a long way.
Stop it. That's just nonsense. So many women love to run with this narrative. He was intimidated by the way I carry myself, or he kept staring but didn't approach because he's scared. Let's call it what it is, delusion mixed with ego. The truth is most men aren't intimidated, they're observant. They're weighing whether it's even worth approaching, especially in today's climate, where a man risks being judged, mocked, or even publicly shamed just for showing interest. The silence from men isn't fear, it's caution and calculated distance. And let's be real, if a man really wants you and believes you're the right kind of woman, he'll find a way. But women interpreting every glance as intimidation is just another way to feel important without actually being approached. The only people who constantly talk about someone being out of their league are women. Men typically don't think like that. A man will shoot his shot if he feels there's a respectful chance. But again, many women overvalue themselves based on validation, attention, and filters, not actual connection, character, or effort.
Why no men are actually approaching women in society today when it comes to relationships or dating. And this is going to be a tough pill to swallow, but it's because of how the women interact with men when men try to respectfully approach you and get to know you. These are the types of responses I get from other men in their interactions with women. The number one thing I hear from them is fear of rejection. No surprise there. No one likes to get metaphorically slapped in the face when you're trying to meet a beautiful woman and you're just trying to have a general conversation to see if they want to connect with you. Men think that they're not worthy enough. That because their life seems normal, the women are just disinterested in them. And this is always a good one. We come off looking like a creep just because we want to have a normal conversation. I keep hearing rejection, rejection, rejection. More or less, we just become a bother. And then this one is my favorite of all. Men not feeling like they can live up to the standards of what this individual wants the man to have. I'm not 6 foot. I don't make 6 figures. I don't do this, this, and this. I don't have this IQ. I don't have this kind of job. I don't speak this way. I don't look this way. I don't have the jawline. It's unending because society has conditioned women to foster this idea, this environment that leads to all of the singleness and the sole reason why men do not want to be in a relationship today.
I faced rejection many times, so I gave up. Women now are too toxic, play games and demand too much, but give little reason for a man to want a relationship. A woman's love is conditional. Men's love is unconditional. Divorce is the worst. You lose your money, the house, the children, and the dog.
Why do men have to initiate everything? Why is the thing for dating these days, if a man isn't doing everything, he's not interested in you? A lot of women say that you're not supposed to show your emotions or show that you like a man until he shows it first. Some people say a relationship or dating a man will only work if he's head over heels in love with you first and then you show him love. Some people say you need to be a mean girl in order for a man to like you. Be mean to him and then you'll get him, sis. Like, be mean. Like, men like to chase mean girls. Like, men love when you don't like them. So if you love a man, don't say it. Don't show it. Don't act like you love him. Don't show him that you love him. Don't check up on him. Don't text good morning first. Don't do any of that. You just need to be really mean and be stuck up, and then the man will love you, and then the man will fall for you. And then if you are the type of female that shows that affection and that love and that reciprocated energy, you're somehow dumb. And you're a pick-me for doing that. And oh, that's the reason why he did you wrong. Are y'all okay? Like, are y'all okay? If I like somebody, I'm gonna show them that I like them. I'm not gonna move heaven and earth for that person when I just met them, but dang. And we're talking for like 2 months, and I see he having a rough day, I'm gonna buy him lunch. If I'm out at the store and I see something that I think my man would like, I'm gonna buy it for him and give it to him just because. It's like y'all are keeping score. Like, everything is, oh, give and take, or take, or, oh, if he don't do this, don't do that. Make sure he's paying for everything. He needs to be paying for your nails, your toes, your hair. He needs to be doing everything for you, and all you have to do is be a mean girl, and everything's gonna be okay. Like, just be mean to him, girl. That's how you get him. Seriously, are y'all okay? Everything is about keeping score. Everyone's afraid to show affection. Everyone's afraid to be open with their feelings. Everyone's afraid to reciprocate energy. And then you wonder why nothing is working out. No one's getting married. There's so many broken homes. People are getting cheated on. People are doing all this crazy stuff when all you have to do is be yourself, bro. Like, be yourself. How are you going to find the right one if you're not being yourself? If you think that she looks pretty or he looks handsome, tell them. If you woke up that morning and you want to text him good morning, even though he didn't text you back last night, just say good morning. Hope you slept well. Like, why does everything have to be about, oh, if you do this, then you're chasing? Isn't the idea to, like, be in love and, like, get there one day? Like, why is everything, I don't know. Like, this is weird and I hate it here.
Pretty crazy, isn't it? But the thing is, a lot of these women who say men like mean girls don't even have a man themselves. Let that sink in. They're giving relationship advice, telling other women how men think, how men act, what men want, yet they're single, often bitter and speaking from a place of emotion, not experience. They say these things either to get a rise out of people or, as the saying goes, to keep women single. It's wild, but it's real. Misery loves company, and some women would rather have a tribe of single followers cheering them on in their independence than actually help other women build healthy relationships. And the worst part, a lot of them don't even understand men. They speak in stereotypes and emotional assumptions, but they've never actually sat down and listened to what a man really wants. And at the core of it all is this belief that women don't need to do anything in a relationship. They expect men to initiate everything. Approach first, plan the dates, lead the relationship, provide emotionally, financially, and mentally, while they bring presents and expect to be worshipped for it.